Hi guys, it's Miss Schuessler. So yes, I know the first video didn't work and didn't have sound, but I'm going to create it again because I love you that much. We're also going to make sure the sound is working. There we go. Okay, so welcome to World Geography. My name is Miss Schuessler. I am your World Geography teacher, and today we're going to take a tour of your class. So if you have a fifth period class, your schedule, you guys can see up here on the banner, you can see that that's pretty much your schedule. I know a few people had questions about lunch. How was it 12:30 to 2:20? Those are all the different lunches. So your lunch would be between 12:30 and 1 o'clock, unless you have a fourth period class, in which case you're going to have to check with another one of the teachers. So we're going to go over fifth period. It's going to be just like everybody else's, but this is where we'll work. So the very first thing that you do in my class every day is you come to the attendance form. You click on the attendance form and you log in there. This gives us an opportunity to keep track of all the different ways that you can attend class. So please make sure we do that. The next section is Ms. Schuessler has a Google site, and we're going to take a tour of that today. The second thing you do every time you come to my class is get your to-do list. And so you can see that today is September 8th, and so you're going to grab that to-do list right there. Go ahead and open that. You can see Ms. Schuessler used it today. You're going to, when you open it, you'll make a copy. And I can see some people visiting right now to see what we've done in the class. Today, I remind you that it was a B day, so we can check that off the list. We're going to do a meet Ms. Schuessler and visit her Google site here in just a second. Then you can see that we're going to go over the syllabus, and it's very exciting. And then we're going to do our first day activity. We're going to cover Mr. Help, and we are going to find our reading assignment and the Cornell notes. So that's our activities we're going to do today. So let's go back to our Google site. You guys can see where I clicked right there. It says Ms. Schuessler's Google site. Go ahead and click on that. It'll open up my Google site. And this is kind of our home base for all things that will stay in one place. The first thing you need to see is what we used to have on the front board every week. You kind of see the week at a glance. We had Labor Day. Today was our first day, and we took a tour of the class, and you got a reading assignment. We also got our locker exercises, so our virtual locker exercise, and it's your first grade. But you know that it's not due until Sunday, September 13th by 11:59. If you need to, there's my email, and you will need to. Ms. Schuessler has a virtual classroom. Isn't that pretty? Now, I want you to know that when you see this virtual classroom, it's just a picture. You do need to click on it so that it opens up the entire Google Classroom, and our virtual classroom, and you guys can see that there are some different items in here. I want you to explore in this room. I want you to spend some time finding out where things are, looking around, and so you can come in and ask some questions. So even Ms. Schuessler, if you click on her, she's Schuessler's Bitmoji is a link. You can first, I want you to point out and see here that there's CK12 is one of our textbooks that we're going to be using. And this blue textbook right here is another long file folder of our textbooks chapters, and we'll be using that as well. You can see that today, and actually we're going to talk about our today right now. So this will be where Ms. Schuessler uses it today. It's our first day in World Geography, and swab it means students will be able to. So where you see that, students will be able to get to know Ms. Schuessler better and find out what is expected and when. So students are going to get a to-do list, a first reading assignment, a virtual locker assignment, which is due Sunday by 11:59. We're going to go over the syllabus and class norms. There's some vocabulary things you'll learn by the end of the day. And your essential question is what to expect of me at CCA, what is expected of me at CCA and in World Geography and with Ms. Schuessler. So that's our today. That's how we know what's going on. Our grade check is in this Trapper Keeper. Yes, Ms. Schuessler's from the 80s. We have a tour builder activity. Ms. Schuessler even has a YouTube channel, and it's on the computer screen. I believe the globe is NASA map. And if you need virtual office hours, say you have something below a 70, which that means you will have to come and visit me, you're going to want to click here and set up that appointment. So like I said, have fun, go around, figure things out in the classroom, and know that we will change this periodically, but click on everything, see what works and what doesn't. So, I'm going to make that smaller. Go back to my Google Classroom. Yes, my video is there, but I'll torture you guys with that on Thursday. You can find out a list of what we want, and then there's negativity bias, but we're not going to start there today. So please feel free to go through the website. So we want to come back here and we want to check off that list because we've looked at the site. I know you are all just waiting with bated breath, but it's time for Ms. Schuessler's syllabus. So very exciting as we open this up. Oh, you need to make a copy. This is because you're going to sign it and you're going to share that link back with me. So go ahead and make your copy. This means this is your copy. There are others like it, but this one's yours, so you can write on this one. So you could even come up and change your name. Put, your name, top of the document. And the very first thing I want you to do when you open up your syllabus is to click the big blue button entitled Share. Everybody see it up in the right-hand corner? Click on that. Now, I want you to also come down here and copy this link. I want you to see where it says change to anyone with a link. When you open this up, I want you to click on the drop-down box and click Editor. This will give Ms. Schuessler an opportunity to leave comments. I'm showing you this in the syllabus, but I want you to do this anytime you email me a link. Otherwise, everything will go in the Google Classroom. Now that you've made it an editable link, click copy the link and close. So far, we haven't looked at the syllabus, but that's okay. Then I want you to go to your CISD email, which is Office 365. I want you to open up a new email. I want you to type in the subject line. I want you to type this word, syllabus. I want you to always put what the topic is in your subject line. I want you to go to the center of the document, and I want you to right-click and paste. That's going to paste that link for me. That's great. And then I want you to go to and I want you to start putting my name in. You'll even see a picture of Ms. Schuessler show up, and then hit send. Okay? And that's how you're going to hand that in when you are not handing it in to Google Classroom. Apologize, my dogs are barking. Okay, so let's go back to Ms. Schuessler's syllabus. You guys can read, and we all know that, so I'm not going to go over everything. There's a course description and outline. There are course objectives, student responsibilities. Let me just say this. You should make certain that you know these things because I do give a quiz over my syllabus. Now, you're okay with using my syllabus on your quiz, but you should know where things are. I'm a little bit particular. This is a program of choice. You're going to need to check with your AVID instructor to see if these things still apply. Cell phone policy, of course, happens when you are when you're back in classroom. You're home. I'm not going to tell you not to use your cell phone. In fact, we may be even using it for some things. But when we are back in school, this is the policy. Our late work policy is extremely important. We are getting you ready for college, and our policy comes directly from the Crowley ISD handbook. So this may be new information for you. If you have an assignment that's late one day, it's only worth 90% of the original points. 2 days, it's only worth 50, and the third day, we don't accept it. You also need to know that we define 1 day as 24 hours. It doesn't mean 2 class periods. It means 2 class days. It means 1 24-hour period. So if you were going to wait until the next class period, you'd be willing to get a 50. Please keep that in mind. The reason that we do this is not to be mean. It is because we are getting you ready for college. For your traditional campus, college is in 4 years. For you all, college is second period. So we do need to get you ready and used to that kind of rigor that you are going to be participating in your college classes. Now, we also have an emergency plan. Obviously, we've had fire drills and tornado drills, but now we have to have an emergency plan for what happens when technology goes down. And we all know, if we were on Ms. Schuessler's Remind, that it happened this morning when the internet was coming in and out. Technology issues are going to happen. So students are to follow the plan below. Check Ms. Schuessler's Remind to see if there's a message from her. This would happen if the entire class was to drop due to connectivity issues, so if Zoom crashes. You want to make sure that you sign up for Ms. Schuessler's Remind account if you have not already by texting 81010 with that message. Now, if the Zoom session drops, then you also want to check your email accounts because Ms. Schuessler may have sent you a Google Meet link so that our session can continue. If there's no message from Ms. Schuessler in Remind and there's no email, contact Ms. Schuessler via Remind to let her know that you personally are having an issue with technology. I want you to take a picture of the issue you're experiencing. You can do this with your computer or your cell phone. And if your computer's not possible, and in your Remind, you're going to tell Ms. Schuessler what problem you're having, when the problem started, where you are in the activity, and explain your plan to complete the work by 11:59 the same day or as soon as possible, and attach the photo. So you know that you're also supposed to have your computers, obviously, and the turn-in process. Now, Ms. Schuessler showed you one way to turn this in by sharing a link. The other way is to put it in Google Classroom, and there are going to be a variety of ways. The reason I do this is that I want for you to be able to do both. Course Meet, if you've got A day, you are here Monday, Wednesday, and every other Friday. If you're in a B day, you are here Tuesday, Thursday, and every other Friday. So please keep in mind what day it is. There's the grade scale, grade determination. So this just means that 50% of your grade comes from tests and 50% of your grade comes from daily grades. The extra credit, I will say that Ms. Schuessler hasn't decided if we're going to do the history fair this year, simply because of all the differences and challenges that we're having. So give me some time to think about this and how things are working. And if it is working, then we'll go ahead and do the history fair. Corrections, there's the process for doing that. Makeup work, of course, if you have a legitimate absence and it's been approved, then of course you have 2 days for any missing work that you had for every day that you were absent. So parents or guardians, it's my goal to create a challenging and interesting academic environment for learning world geography. Woohoo! If you ever have any questions, your parents are free to email me at that email address. I do respond to emails within 24 to 48 hours. And students, now, just like your college instructors, your parents can't email your college instructors. They can and should email me if they have any questions. But this email policy also goes for you. You should be emailing your teachers and or reminding. You should also be expecting an email back in 24 to 48 hours. And I should be able to respect that from you. So our virtual office hours. Ms. Schuessler does offer virtual office hours Tuesday and Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. And this is based on appointment. So you'll be going back to the virtual classroom to click and sign up for that. Here are links. We'll probably go through many more of those, but there are just a few we use. One of the most important rules in Ms. Schuessler's room is to know that Ms. Schuessler has a hearing impairment, and it does make it hard for me to hear over students talking. So I'll use the phrase, "I'll wait," as a cue to stop everybody from talking so you guys can hear. So my rule really is that when I'm talking, no one is. This same respect will be afforded to students during presentations, as these are your test grades and students have worked hard for those projects. Be prompt, prepared, and polite. Be on time, bring all necessary materials, your computer is essential, and gum is allowed as long as no one can see or hear it. Okay, so this is obviously when you're in class, and especially since we're in a new building, can you keep that in mind? But right now, obviously, I'm going to tell you not to chew gum at home. We got to be respectful of people, things, and ideas. Keep your negative attitudes, behavior, and language to yourself. Keep computers, desks, rooms, and the school looking neat. And entertain new ideas and be open to different perspectives. So conferences, your parents can have a conference with me. They'll just need to go through the main office, the front office to do that. We do have an honor code at CCA, and you are expected to follow it. Academic dishonesty is an automatic 0. Student intellectual properties, the work you create is your work, but you cannot sell it. So hold on to that work and be proud of it. But no, we are not sharing that. So at the end of this, you just says it requires a student electronic signature. That just means type your name right here. And after you've already shared it with me, it's fine. You don't have to save it or anything. I will get it exactly the way you finished it signed. So make sure you get that handed in. So now we've gone over the syllabus. Oh, our first day activity. Yay, it's time to go over that. So back in our Google Classroom this time, if you scroll down, now we've done the to-do list. We're still kind of checking that out. I would like for you to come to where it says week of September 8th, first day activity. Go ahead and click on that. And you can see this lovely presentation Ms. Schuessler slaved over for you. Okay, so World Geography, welcome to CCA. You got thrown in the deep end, but don't worry, I'm here to help you swim. So we've kind of gone over the things you need to know about this one, the things you're going to need for the class. You guys can watch this lovely Miss Schuessler video. And when you watch it, let's just open it up. And I'll just tell you that we were having trouble with Flipgrid yesterday. We're going to make sure that we get this corrected so that you guys can do this after you watch this video. Please go ahead and answer this, and you're going to make your own video when it works. So don't panic. This is not due today, but it will be an assignment this week. So that's where you find the Flipgrid. Now, your first graded activity. I told you that we were going to see it today. So this is your virtual locker, and you're going to come click on the link. Reminder, it's due when? September 13th by 11:59. You can hand it in early, of course, but go ahead and click this link, and it makes a copy of your own presentation. So remind me, this is your copy. There are others like it, but this one is yours. Now, the very first slide is obviously Miss Schuessler's slide. It's just an example slide. And I can give you an example of what I put in the locker. And we're waiting for this one to open. There we go. Miss Schuessler started the basketballs there. Cut that out. All right, so you can go ahead and add whatever you want in your locker. Here's a list. You want to include at least 10. And so if you send something to me without 10, I'm going to probably send it back and go, great start, keep going. Okay, so anyway, this one's due by Sunday, September 13th by 11:59. So go ahead and fill this out. Now, I recognize that maybe you've never done this before, so Miss Schuessler made you a YouTube. See? And it's got directions and everything. You can watch it back and forth. It's fun. So we're going to make sure you get that. We're also talking about the breakdown of the classes, the structure of our class. You might want to read this. Very important. In case we break the internet, this is directly from the syllabus, stuff you need to know. And then finally, I gave you a list of things we need to do. It says complete the Flipgrid, but of course right now you can't. That's okay. Create your virtual locker and then get a blank copy of the Cornell notes and start reading. Remember I told you there was a reading assignment? Here's the first time you can see this link. It opens up to the reading assignment, and we are starting with Geography Basics. Now you start reading where it says, what is geography? Geography Basics. You're going to read all this information, and you're going to go all the way down here as you read this information, as if you have a quiz, because you will. Right to where it says World Regional Geography. You don't have to go down here to the takeaways. You're going to be reading this and creating Cornell notes. I know you're excited. I hear the cheering. Yeah. Okay, so Cornell notes, there's a blank copy right there. Oh, look, you're going to make yourself a copy. And when you make this copy, you're going to fill this out. Now, I understand that some of you may be really nervous and you'll want to write down every possible thought. I really am looking for main topics in the questions you have, along with the essential question, making sure you fill this out. If you don't want to do this in a typed format, you're completely fair. It's completely fair for you to just write this out on a piece of paper, but it must be in the Cornell note form because we are supporting our AVID courses as they are doing it this way. So we might as well get a good start. So let's go back to our to-do list because look, end of the slide. Our to-do list shows us that we've done the first day activity, locker, it's your grade. Now, you may not have had the chance to look over the reading, but if you come here to Mr. Help, this is an acronym that's going to help you learn basically what we're learning here. The 5 themes of geography, movement, region, human, environmental interaction, location, and place. Look on the side, Mr. Help. These are the 5 themes of geography and an easy way to remember it. It might even be a good format for your notes. You can click that. Now, here again, just so you have another option, here is your reading link. And it opens up exactly like it did in the other one. So there's your reading link. And there's your Cornell notes. So I've provided those 2 for you. There's your reading. There's your Cornell notes. Now, the reading and the Cornell notes are going to be required to get into your first quiz. You should take these notes. So Make certain that those are done. We'll be taking that quiz next week. So let's go ahead and get started. I don't think I have anything else to add, but if I've forgotten, I apologize. So I hope this helps you, and I apologize if you missed class and you, because of a Zoom session or whatnot, whatever kept you there, I apologize. And I know that this is going to be a successful year for you.